I can tell you what I envision. When I look around the grounds now as we approach completion, I can see, families and kids running around, feeding the animals, petting the animals, and enjoying the park. Kind of the same thing that I did when I was a kid. With the bar business closed, I was able to think about what I really wanted to do with my life, and it gave me an opportunity to come back and work with animals, which is my passion. I bought the property back in May of 2012. We started construction on the perimeter fence in July of 2012. Almost 90% of the project has been done by myself and Darwin, the other gentleman with me. Everything from putting the posts in the ground to designing the park, that was done by the two of us. We've actually purchased animals and had animals donated to us from all over the country. The camel came from New York, the kangaroo comes from Florida, alpacas come from a part of New York, the ostriches came from Ohio, so we have stuff from all over. I could have either taken a job at a desk somewhere and worked for someone else, or used my savings up to have one last go to dream, so that's what I did.
This guy here, his name is Nash, and Nash is our white-toed Canadian lynx. Now, Nash was a kitten that we did raise up on the bottle on our own, and very much bonded with us here at the park. Anytime that I guess, maybe lose sight of what we're really here for, or what's going on, or our purpose, I like to come down here and visit with either Nash, our lynx, Lulu, our cougar, or our wolves, Odin and Luna. Our lemurs came to us from the New York State DEC, and then a private owner that surrendered their young male. So these guys are all considered rescues. We have Rocco, we have Pongo, and Shiloh. Pongo and Shiloh are brothers.
Good girl. Good girl. Show them those teeth. There's Bonzi running by. Good girl. Good girl. So that's Zuri. That's one of our spotted hyenas. She was bottle raised by my wife and I.
The Aussie Aviary here is a space you'll be able to come in, hang out with a few hundred budgies and cockatiels from Australia. The neat thing about our parrots is they're all rescues, every one of them. We've got a really friendly group, 2 girls and a gentleman, and I'm sure they'll produce us some pretty cute piglets here for the season for everybody to meet.
The one thing we don't want to lose sight of is our mission and the reason and way that our community fell in love with us, and that was through interactive education. That was having our keepers accessible and able to educate every guest that comes through the door. So the way we're going to continue to move forward with that is add more staff members to make sure we're fully equipped to give that same experience we were providing a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
We are welcoming the African honey badger. We have a little guy, his name is Hank. Hank is a honey badger. He'll be joining us this year. Extremely rare animal for people to see in captive management programs, so we're excited to have him. So this exhibit will be finished here in the next week.
I'm going to walk fast. My battery's dying, naturally. What else is new? But like we said, we're working around the clock, 12-hour days to get ready for everybody.
And he's coming.
Elephants are tall.
Yes, again to the Animal Adventure Park.
But what's he eat?
He likes carrots.
He's a giant rabbit.
No, he mostly eats leaves from acacia trees.
Well, where's he from?
Ohio, but his kind comes from Africa.
He must be the Lion King.
Lions don't eat leaves or carrots.
Tell me his name.
His name is Ollie.
Ollie the otter?
No, Oliver is a giraffe.
He's a typical male or bull giraffe. Of course, he's easygoing until he's not. Whether it's a bull cow, bull elephant, bull camel, they certainly can be unpredictable, but relatively easygoing. April, on the other hand, is extremely docile and easygoing for a giraffe. The staff here is quite comfortable working very closely with her, sharing space with her without issue. We got April here, a pregnant female. April's due about January, February. Father-to-be, Oliver, in the back there enjoying his grain.
So back in early February, we decided to come up with a concept or a way for our supporters to check in on April on their own to see how she was doing in the pregnancy and whether or not we had had a calf yet. And by February 23rd, it went viral, which granted us tens of millions of followers and viewers around the world. I believe today, here we are surpassing 8 billion viewing minutes of the Giraffe Cam. Our giraffes eat on average of anywhere from 20 to 30, even sometimes 40 pounds of hay a day. That hay is a very rich green colored hay, and on some of your webcams, that might come through as dark. So when I get emails that the giraffe stall is flooded or the giraffe is standing up to its ankles in manure, that's not manure, that's not water, it's their hay. Now that hay is from this shared feeder that's right up here. Alyssa, can you get that? Thank you. Now that is a shared hay feeder. That is not Oliver's main source of food. That is not April's main source of food. It's almost like an enrichment item that we provide so they can communally graze in that space.
Your personal predictions on when you think April's baby might be coming. What do you think?
Let's go right down the line. Corey, what do you think?
Oh, 4th of July.
4th of July. Alyssa?
Sometime before next Christmas?
I would say by Tuesday.
Yeah, you said that earlier, but
I know. So I'm going to sneak around her real quick, just get a shot at her backside and see if there's any progress or discharge. Look how massive that belly is right now. I'll keep it on here for a minute, see if you can see the calf move. Yeah, there's quite a bit of movement. That belly has really popped out in the past 2 days here.
April the giraffe has quickly become an internet sensation. And here at Toys R Us, we're excited to support April, giraffe conservation, and the Animal Adventure Park. We took the drive up north to Harpersville, New York to meet April for the first time. When we got there, she was so sweet and friendly. She even got to meet our famous giraffe, Jeffrey.
People are asking, when is that calf coming? I don't know.
Should we tell them?
Are you a millionaire?
You want to know? Soon. We have no timelines and no predictions that we can provide you anymore. Our timeline window went out the window a long time ago. And you know, you have to understand, and anybody that's maybe tuning into this that's not fully aware of how we came up with that mid-January to mid-February birthing period, it was based upon, hi sweetheart, it was based upon our first witnessing of them copulating or mating. So that occurred in middle of October of 2015. Yesterday, many of you noticed the giraffe cha-cha that was occurring, where April was trying to step on the toes of our vet, and more or less she was telling him she was done with his advances. Later on, that led to just a small little kick with a front leg, but don't worry, the vet was not struck, he's totally fine, and it's simply maybe April reassuring us and reminding us that she's in control.
We check underneath her, look at her udder, see how the mammary development's coming, look for any milk let down or any type of wax caps or anything like that. So everything's looking good here. Then you can see she's nice and happy, she wants to eat, she's hungry. So what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of feeling her, making sure she's comfortable. You know, if she was getting painful or anything like that, she would let me know.
Her back end looks to be relatively dry. We're going to spin her around here to check. Yes, people do sleep in the giraffe barn. There's a cot all set up. Good girl. It doesn't look like any discharge, but she is the biggest she's been. So Alyssa will spend the evening with her. Alyssa is the main giraffe keeper here at the park.
I am Alyssa Swilley, and I am the lead giraffe keeper at Animal Adventure Park. I have known April since the day she arrived in September of 2015 and have worked with her almost every day since then. We had our getting to know each other period to start, but now we're just about inseparable.
Everybody, are you watching? It's happening! The labor alert just went out. The team is assembling now. Dr. Tip is on his way. We are in labor, 100%. So tune in. Don't stop watching. Cancel your plans. It's time to have a baby! Now at about 7:20 in the morning, we noticed that she was in full labor and we started to get significant discharge and embryonic sac coming out from her back end. I made a quick 10-minute drive to the park. By the time I arrived, we had hooves already appearing. We bedded down the stall, and then we sat tight and we waited. The team assembled, including our veterinarians and all the keepers, and we stood by in case she needed our help. But luckily, after a 2-hour labor, April did not need our assistance. We had a beautiful calf on the ground, and within about 45 minutes, that calf was up on its feet. Within another 45 minutes, the calf began to nurse, And then another hour after that, we had some significant movement and even galloping around the pen. So from the beginning to end, this has been a wild success, but I can only encourage our viewers and fans to understand this is only the beginning of the journey for this calf.
Over 1 million people around the world watched live as April the giraffe gave birth, and it's a boy.
There you have it, guys. We have a baby.
At 5 feet 9 inches and 129 pounds, the not-so-little guy made the most public of entrances. A little shaky at first, you can see him working on his footing as his proud mother watched her calf carefully take his first steps. Labor lasted just 2 hours after a nearly 16-month pregnancy. Sunday was spent with snuggles, milk, and a nap for the baby boy.
They're doing absolutely great. Mom had a perfect delivery, perfect birthing. She's been a phenomenal mother thus far, very protective and very encouraging of her calf. He's very outgoing. And Oliver, usually males have no part in the raising of the young. He's actually been quite inquisitive, and he's getting nose to nose with baby. It's creating some very cute moments. We decided that the cam would come down 5 days after the birth. Why? Simply because we have a lot of work to do in a little bit of time. We have an entire park to open. There are 200 some odd other animals here that need our continued care on top of construction and preparations for the opening. We expect our attendance numbers to double, if not triple.
Finally gonna find out the baby's name. Yes. How's the little, or how we say, not so little fella doing so far?
He's doing great, and he's certainly not little anymore.
I gotta say, Justin, you could start a new live feed of you feeding carrots to April.
Can we get a drum roll, please?
Tajiri is a word in Swahili that means hope. Now, if you think Tajiri's a little hard to say, don't worry. We'll call him Taj.
And Tajiri was really what spoke to us. Now, Tajiri is a Swahili name for both hope and confidence. Now, hope is something that Tajiri has not only brought you guys as a community globally now, but it is a hope for giraffes. We have been able to give giraffes a voice. We have been able to say we're losing giraffes at an incredibly fast rate, and we have given this species a hope. Not only that, but we've also given that name confidence. We are confident that we can move into the future where we have giraffes. Jordan's daughter, Ava, will have giraffes in her future. Your children will have giraffes in their future. And hopefully when he is 18 feet tall and over 2,000 pounds, we're going to have a nice, confident bull who I'm sure will have lots of ladies. So from the bottom of my heart and Corey's heart, thank you guys, anyone who voted, regardless of what name you voted for. Thank you for coming out to support not only our giraffes here, but giraffes around the world.
So again, thank you for supporting our efforts. Thank you for supporting our team. And of course, thank you for supporting giraffes. Continue to educate, continue to conserve, and continue to follow. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.